Hard work versus smart work, the definitive answer. Welcome to today's episode. For decades, we've been told two conflicting stories. One says that hustle is the only way to success, that you must outwork everyone to win. The other says that working hard is for people who don't know how to work smart. This debate has left millions of people either burned out or waiting for a shortcut that doesn't exist. Today, I want to end this debate once and for all. We're going to look at the intersection of effort and strategy to find the true formula for high achievement. Let's start with the myth of smart work as a replacement for effort. Many people use the phrase work smarter, not harder, as an excuse for laziness. They spend weeks looking for a hack, a tool, or a secret software to avoid the actual labor. But here is the cold truth: you cannot optimize zero. Strategy without execution is just a hallucination. If you don't have a foundation of discipline and raw effort, there is nothing for smart work to improve. Hard work is the engine, smart work is the steering wheel. However, hard work alone is also a dangerous trap. There are millions of people who work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, yet they remain in the exact same position for 10 years. This is because they are stuck in low-leverage activities. If you are digging a hole with a spoon, working harder just means you'll be more tired, not that you'll finish the hole. Hard work is only valuable when it is applied to the right tasks. Without a clear strategy, hard work is just a slow form of professional suicide through burnout. The real secret lies in leverage. Working smart means identifying the 20% of your actions that produce 80% of your results. This is about leverage, using tools, systems, or delegation to multiply your output. For example, instead of manually entering data for 5 hours, hard work, you spend 2 hours learning how to automate that process, smart work. Initially, the smart path felt harder because it required learning a new skill, but it saved you hundreds of hours in the long run. That is the essence of working smart. In the beginning of any journey, you must prioritize hard work. Why? Because you don't know enough yet to be smart. When you start a new business, learn a new language, or join a new company, you lack the experience to know which shortcuts are safe and which are traps. Hard work at the start is actually a form of data collection. You have to put in the boring hours to understand the mechanics of your field. You earn the right to work smart only after you have put in the time to understand the process. Once you have the data, you must transition into strategic iteration. This means constantly asking yourself, is there a better way to do this? Most people get stuck in autopilot mode. They do things a certain way because that's how they've always done them. Working smart requires you to step back from the grind once a week and analyze your performance. If you are working 80 hours a week but your income or skills aren't growing, your engine is loud, but your wheels are spinning in the mud. The seventh segment is about energy management, not just time management. A hard worker tries to push through fatigue, drinking the 5th cup of coffee to stay awake. A smart worker knows that 1 hour of high focus, peak energy work is worth 5 hours of tired, distracted work. Working smart means knowing your biological prime time, that window in the morning or evening when your brain is sharpest, and protecting it at all costs. It's about being a sniper, not a machine gunner. We also have to discuss the law of diminishing returns. There is a point in every day where an extra hour of work actually makes you worse. You start making mistakes, your creativity dies, and you become irritable. Hard work says, keep going. Smart work says, go for a walk, sleep, and come back tomorrow with a fresh perspective. The smartest people in the world don't work the most hours, they make the best decisions. And you cannot make world-class decisions when your brain is fried from overwork. So, here is the definitive answer. It is not an either-or choice. The formula for greatness is hard work applied to smart strategies. You need the work ethic to stay in the game when things get tough, and the intelligence to change your approach when the game changes. Think of it as a cycle. Work hard to gain experience, use that experience to find a smarter way, then work hard again on that new, higher-level strategy. This is how you climb the ladder of success without falling off from exhaustion. As we wrap up today's episode, I want you to look at your to-do list for tomorrow. Pick one task that you've been doing the hard way and spend 30 minutes researching how to do it the smart way. Don't be afraid of the effort, but don't be in love with the struggle either. Success is about the results you produce, not the amount of sweat you lose. Be disciplined enough to work, but be humble enough to learn. Until next time, keep grinding, but keep your eyes on the map.